This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Patton.
Oh, a classic.
Classic, but then I got a North Brewing one.
Transmission.
No.
Josh has got 3 different beers just to get through this podcast. I recommend that for all the listeners as well. Literally, at the very least.
And a bottle of whiskey, don't forget, as well. I've got... I'm like,
This is all pre-feature.
This isn't a tan, this is just like, it's like reddened face, unfortunately.
That whiskey glow. Sweet whiskey glow.
The whiskey glow.
I've gone for the healthier option, Ryan, over a bottle of bleach.
Hey.
That's see, that's the good thing about doing these so close it goes out. This is still topical.
We can stay topical, but
By Monday, he will have.
He held up a bottle of bleach there. Don't forget, it's an audio medium. This Paul.
I know. Apologies. But by Monday, we'll have come out with something much more bizarre than the bleach theory. So
You're going to come out with you should all inject cream egg fondant.
I just had a cream egg.
I'm sure you have
in my pocket.
Oh, yeah, if cream egg is the secret, you'll be the most healthiest man in the world, Paul.
Well, maybe it is, because I never ever get sick. So I tell you, my diet now just kills any, like, my stomach's that used to killing so much crap in it. any bugs that get in it just destroys them.
the pH level in your stomach. Paul.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. You've got a solid 12 there.
COVID-19 couldn't survive the grease.
I'm still on 1 takeaway a week though.
Oh wow!
This is excellent for me. Very,
That
very
is
good.
impressive. You've got a hell of a beard there, Paul. That's the longest it's ever been, isn't it?
Don't make it sound as though it's an impressive beard.
It is, just because you can't grow
It's
up.
a dishevelled look is like you've got there.
Stevie, I could shave this off and glue it on your head like the Turkish did. He opens the window in the car, his fringe falls off.
I don't like how this has begun. Could you lower your mic down a tad, please, Paul?
What,
No,
not nasty about you.
Not in the...
All the
I'm
way
going to meet
down.
you any second.
Keep up that sass.
Yeah, and could you also leave the Zoom meeting, please?
Is that better?
That's well better, yeah. So I should also say, since everyone's at home listening to a lot of content and engaging in content, I've been running lots of adverts for the podcast.
Right.
I've been doing lots of them, but I tried to do a Google pay-per-click ad, and they were blocked by Google for being shocking content. So it seems like Google doesn't appreciate stories about me having a shit in an Asda.
Shocking as well. That's quite that's a grand way to describe the podcast, isn't it? Shocking.
It is, yeah.
I don't think it ever goes.
I would put that in the advert. Yeah. What a review.
Shocking content, Google.
It doesn't necessarily say it's any good, that though, does it?
No,
I mean, like, Joe, in comparison to some,
Provocative.
definitely provocative that's one that you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
We can
I feel like-
have a photo of you as the artwork with your nipple tassels.
You always refer to them as tassels as though
Yeah.
I'm like swirling them around like some
In
burlesque.
the burlesque industry. You do run with like some big feathers, don't you?
Loads of balloons around me, popping them on the way.
That's what slowed him down on his
After every
5K.
kilometre.
Well, hello, fellas.
Hi, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
Good evening, Stephen.
I should say I've got to start with the fact that on Instagram, I put out a poll to say, if you'd like to take part in a feature, because we're now doing this over Zoom, we can have a listener, on Zoom with us and take part in a feature. And both Paul and Josh said yes, they want to take part in the features.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you're here every week anyway.
But you know what? It's any type of interaction. I mean, I shared your little magic trick.
You know what? I did appreciate that. What I didn't appreciate was you just calling it a little magic trick.
Well, I mean,
That
Little magic trick is not good at all. But I did think, Jesus Christ, you're a part of the feature anyway. Ryan would have voted no.
I know, yeah, I didn't have the opportunities to engage.
I think I don't
My
listen.
only access to the to Instagram is through the podcast account. So,
Well, I noticed
vote
you
on your own
followed
poll?
Chris Rock, and I was like, I've not opted to see his content.
and
Do you know what?
and Bryony from Aloe Yoga as well.
It's weird, right? Because I go on, I feel like, the Instagram algorithm.
Yes.
It's like you go and it
Are you
only-
seeing lots of porn and are like, oh, it's the algorithm?
Yeah, so the Instagram algorithm on,
Yeah.
I always think if you access the Dodge and Deaf Instagram page, you'll think, why do I like it? Because it suggests always muscled women. Like, as though that's my thing, right? And it's not.
It's based on your search histories and not your
No, but
previous likes.
but like, because it's like a sort of self-fulfilling system, but because that's all it presents is muscled women. That's all I click on. So then it's this cycle of muscled women lifting weights, and it's not like I feel like I need to clarify that if you
Muscled women.
access it.
Why are you clicking on them?
I don't know. I
Take
don't
them away afar.
but it's all I can click on. It only presents muscled women. So like, how can I find anything else?
Yeah, I'm not to blame
I went for
for
Chris
this.
Rock.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the algorithm that's presenting these muscle
It
ratings.
is honestly.
That's definitely not Steve, that. I'm sorry. I can't put Steve on the blame for that one.
That's only
Oh,
you and
yeah,
Steve have got
maybe.
access as well. So
Yeah, it was one of us. I think it is me, but I just don't know,
I know,
why.
No shit.
I don't know why.
It could only be one of the two of us, Ryan. We know it's not Williams.
Fucking whacking one out over Jodie Marsh.
Oh, I've got about Jodie Marsh's body transformation.
What a transformation. Who had the better transformation, Jodie Marsh or David Bowie?
So, yeah, I feel like you're going to have to do some blocking on the Instagram, Ryan.
No, but I always click on it. So maybe the Instagram algorithm knows me better than I know
That's fucking
myself.
the reason why it keeps on coming up.
It's saying, honestly, Ryan, this
I
is
click
your
on
thing,
them,
you know. And I'm
I
like,
follow,
I
I
honestly don't
comment.
think it's not. and then it's like some woman from Australia doing like Arnold Schwarzenegger shoulder presses, and I'm like,
With the
I'll
dick
click
out.
on that. Yeah. I get nothing from it, but I still click. I don't know why.
I feel like you'd be the easiest target. Do you know, all you'd have to do is just constantly have like, do you know, where you can have like multiple images on a thing. Just put the first image as a can of beer, and then
Yeah.
and then
Or I don't know, someone
You're
doing
scrolling through that carousel.
yeah, just
a fitness model doing hammer curls, and I'm clicking on it.
Could you turn yours down a tad, please, Josh? Apologies, we'll have this in a second.
is that better?
Oh, a bit too high.
oh, for God's sake.
I'll use my husky. Is that better?
Oh, that's quite nice.
Paul. Was the
Yeah,
best
he's
one
not. He's
earlier.
not a muscular lady, though. Ryan, settle down.
Okay, there we
Honestly,
go.
I can't explain
that
the
sounds good,
muscular
Josh.
lady thing.
Okay, well.
It's baffling me. It baffles me.
You always did love gladiators, though, didn't you?
Yeah,
Jets from Yeah, what you can't see is you're behind his bed there.
yeah. There's a jet
poster on the wall.
There's a jet poster.
Well, your bed is looking lumpy again, Ryan. What have you got under those covers?
Oh, do you know what? I keep thinking that it's not visible because I can't see the covers from here. I don't know how you can identify.
Well, because you're
Put
facing
your back to it.
No, when I do this and turn around, I also no. When I look, I can see my tile, can't I?
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't opted for the novelty background that Zoom can put in.
I see. I've
Like
seen
you're on, like,
people
a
do
Hawaiian
this,
beach?
in other Zoom
Oh, I'd love to
meetings,
see
and
that.
I'm not technically capable enough to do it. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, well, you've got until the end of the episode to try and work it out, Ryan. And we can use that as the cover for this week's show.
With that tan, it's actually plausible as well. With that tan,
I know, yeah. Ulchas though, on like.
Oh, settle down about his
Ryan
tan.
has not got a tan. Ryan hasn't had a tan.
I have got
We
a
went to
freckly
Vegas
complexion,
and
Paul.
Ryan.
You know,
Went
he's
to
in the
Vegas and
Northwest.
Ryan come home whiter than he went.
Because I actively avoided the sun in Vegas.
Now
And
you
you
embracing
actively
with open
sorted
arms.
out.
No, I've sorted out today. I have. Yeah, I thought,
Gonna-
why not embrace it?
A sun
Embrace
god.
Yeah, it's reminding me of the great outdoors. This lockdown.
Jeez, like Bill Oddie. I'm, as you know, in the apartment building, but you look out, I can just see people enjoying the sun from afar in their gardens.
I'm very high up.
Yeah. But in an opposite building to mine, the very bottom floor is like townhouses. So a couple of days ago, a couple set up a blow-up jacuzzi outside their place. And it took them like all day to fill this thing up. Then the next day, they didn't get in it because they were doing it, into the night. The next day, we had the worst fucking rain that has been. The following day, we saw it deflated again.
They'll be cursing the nice weather ever since as well. Like
Yeah.
I thought, fucking hell, can't believe
Your idea to put it up.
it. Wait of the day.
I thought you were going to say that you had like an act of jealous rage and like dropped a nail in it. So it
Oh, I did. I mean, it was deflated because I went down with the the bow and arrow.
Yeah, you'd have to be some archer, master archer.
I started
That'll
the
show
red wedding
them.
kicking off.
I know. Have you just used a biro as a head itcher there, Paul?
I
A head
have.
scratcher. I thought very resourceful of you.
I couldn't be bothered putting it down and then
You can put it back in your beard.
scratching the head.
Yeah, that's not gonna be your beard. Can be a biro holder. I was thinking the other day, it's gonna be weird. No, when lockdowns eventually lifted and we can talk to each other in real life again. That there won't be I won't be able to see like a tiny version of myself whilst I'm talking to you.
you should just carry a little mirror everywhere. Just
I'm going to get a little mirror and just perch it on people's shoulders because I quite like being able to see myself and my responses to things, to be honest.
Yeah, but to be honest, I only ever look at my little tile. I never look at yours changing.
I know that.
You've always been big-headed though, haven't you, Ryan?
Oh, no, that was out of order, that.
That was good.
No blood.
God.
I've been very complimentary of the. I've got to even it out
You
a
mentioned
little
your
bit.
tan a second ago.
That's
be
true,
too
that's
nice.
true. Yeah, back to the old insults. They're unbelievable. I was thinking as well that the lockdown has brought it's breathed new life into the schoolyard insult, hasn't it?
How would you mean?
In what regard?
It's because it's now brought a new dimension to your mum's so fat jokes.
Go on.
Come on. Paul, you look
Cyberbullying.
Because your mum's so fat, she's not able to social distance. Come on,
That's good, that, Ryan. Excellent.
Come on, can you imagine year 10, Ryan and Paul walking to school, and I just laid that one down on you? You wouldn't recover for the rest of the day.
Jordan Paul about 2
You'd
meters behind.
be in history. It's like, oh god, that was a burn. That was an absolute burn. I have no
I can't
response.
believe. By the way, I can't believe what we're about to see.
Wow! How did you become so common, Steve, drinking direct from the bottle?
Yeah, I'm
never-
drinking Pepsi Max directly from like a 2-liter bottle because this is what quarantine Stephen is. Unemployed and I'm lying in bed drinking out of a
Yeah,
massive bottle of Coke.
you look like a gamer or something. Like you're playing like Fortnite at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
you
Twitch.
Out to rampage against some like 10-year-old kid. Some of the racist slur.
Yeah, but that was also happening pre-lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what you do from the cruise ship when you docked into Barbados.
Definitely an edit point there. I was trying to break the fourth wall a little bit there. You know what I mean?
No, this show isn't edited.
This show doesn't go meta.
Oh no,
No, it's not a meta podcast. This.
it's definitely not Malcolm in the middle, is it?
No. Frankie Muniz has gotten none of his influence on this show. No Muniz whatsoever.
The only thing that is meta about it is the fact that you constantly keep looking at yourself.
Me?
Yeah.
I can't stop looking at myself. I really.
I can see your eyes. You keep on darting. Like,
I am going to completely struggle when this is over. And I'm talking to you. I'm like, yeah, I wonder what my reaction is to this. I wonder what my response is to this. I'm gonna have to ask people to like audio, like describe exactly what my face is doing at all points.
how do I look?
Looking
As I'm
flummoxed.
saying this, explain how I'm looking, how my mouth's moving.
You have a vacant expression.
Like a cartoon. Ryan stood looking shocked.
Not quite that shocked.
Relax the shocked, Ryan.
So, are you going to take this schoolyard little jibe into your real life, Ryan?
Oh yeah,
When
absolutely.
the school goes back, are you going to like sneak in dressed as a schoolboy?
I'm just going to loiter outside the school gates.
In a long trench coat.
Yeah, trying to get into conflict with one of the students.
Hey kid, your ma. Right, your ma.
Remember, like, there was someone's older brother who wasn't in school anymore, would come at like the gates, and you'd be like, "Why are you doing this with your day? Like, how has this conspired to happen?"
No better plans at noon.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the old school.
I want to
Spend 5 years, jumping over the gate and running away from it.
Yeah, I was like a 22-year-old just going and throwing some shade at a deputy head. Can't control me anymore.
Your ma.
Like, so fat she's not able to social distance.
What was the big thing about leaving at lunchtime as well? Just so you can go to the chippy. What was the point?
Yeah. Come back with the Greggs.
Hey miss, I've got a sausage roll.
And Joe, it wasn't worth the threat either, because the top of the gate was like there was spikes, weren't there?
Yeah, well, yeah.
So like imagine like
People used to jump over and then put the blazer over the head.
yeah, and then look back,
Yeah.
so you'd see the face. You'd be like, what's his name, Young Frankenstein?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. It wasn't worth the risk just to get a pasty, was it? The potential of spikes going through you for a sausage and bean bake.
I bet it tasted even more delicious doing it that way, though.
Yeah, that lovely addition of danger.
To those people, that sausage and bean bake hasn't been the same since they left school.
I know. Yeah,
They break in just so they can leave again.
how could the element create that element of risk?
They carry like a little, in the same way that you're going to carry like a little mirror with you, they carry like a couple of spikes and just step
or hold up the Greggs. This is a robbery. I'll have two sausage bakes.
How much is it?
I'm going to pay, yeah, but I put a knife here, so you know. Won't get me on the cameras. Got my blazer over my head, the old school blazer.
Dead short on the arms.
I put weight on since year 11.
How are you dealing with kind of quarantine poundage? Are you adding it on? I'm feeling it. Look at my chubby cheeks.
I think I've lost.
Yeah, I think I've lost weight as well.
I think I've got my daily intake under control.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mine's gone through the roof.
Yeah.
What are you eating on a daily? And keep it PG, please. It is still pre-watershed. So on a daily basis, what are you eating?
Well, we've got a snack drawer like next to the bed that we're replenishing.
Oh, that's not good.
Maybe 4 times a week we're replenishing this entire drawer.
It shouldn't be within arm's reach from like waking up.
Oh God! I wake up and think, you know what? I fancy some jelly beans.
my cream egg intake
cream egg.
has reduced. That's reduced.
Are you weaning yourself off them like heroin? You're on methadone cream eggs at the moment.
Probably on 1 or 2 a day now.
Oh, really?
The end of Easter couldn't have come quick enough for you. Like, for the sake of your health, the end of Easter seriously is like.
I'm building up to Christmas now, though, so I'm just eating loads anyway.
Well, we've also come to baking here, so we made 14 cinnamon rolls.
Oh God, that is the campest thing I've ever heard. You and your boyfriend during lockdown baking cinnamon rolls.
14 as well. That's a hell of a number between two.
I can get more camp if you want me to, Paul.
I don't think you could.
Would you consider yourself to be a pair of master bakers?
Oh,
very good.
Oh God!
Oh, well done.
That was probably the loudest communal gasp we've had on the show.
Yeah, Zoom was about to explode there, wasn't it?
Those mics
Decibel
peaked.
level.
Would you call that a gasp?
Appreciation, I'd say.
Yeah, so appreciate. Well, anyway, the thing is, those 14 buns had to be eaten. We've got no one to share them with.
I know, and that'll go off quite early, won't it?
Well, that was our excuse. We could have frozen them, but did we? No.
No. It wouldn't taste the same after frozen either.
Agreed.
No.
Yeah. Well, once defrosted, it would have lost that lovely freshness, I reckon.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to eat them then? For fucking 25 minutes?
No, I would say a good kind of 14 hours.
Fucking hell.
I had an alarm go on the hour.
Yeah, on the hour.
Oh, yeah, 14 hours.
But yeah,
have you,
it's
have you built
terrible.
upon your kind of culinary repertoire?
No, I exclusively do the dishes. Yeah.
So
because
when you
the
said
other
that you
day,
baked the cinnamon rolls, you just like watched in support.
essentially, but even that, I was in the other room.
So you didn't then? No, essentially you didn't.
But
Like
baking
me saying I did.
No,
I went to Toby Carvery the other day and I made a roast. No.
Well, I supported them as they did.
I ordered it. So.
I ordered it.
No, I think I like to put in some flour and stuff. The thing is, though, I was put on spice duty the other day.
Yeah, as in the drug spice.
Drug.
You just as in a zombified state. Always tells my drug addiction stay over there. Stage an intervention on it.
But yeah, so no improvement in
I imagine
ability.
as your spice addition to the food, you wouldn't be able to not do it without a flourish. The theatre of the magic would come
Oh
into
God! When I'm putting a dash of something in, it's magical. But the issue was, literally all I had to do was put the spice in the sauce, and I put in so much salt it rendered the dish inedible.
Oh God!
Yeah,
Not exactly
bury
with
it.
a flourish then.
I was gonna say then that I feel like whenever you like orgasm, it's still you take a bow at the end of it as if it's the end of the show.
I expect a round of applause.
I had no idea where that was going.
I have some pyrotechnics set up in the room at the same time.
Take that,
exclusively, yeah, exclusively Coldplay.
Rule the world plays, and I am. Well, we've been putting it off long enough, and I can see Josh is looking furious there. So we'll cut to you. How did the run go?
You never fucking asked. To be honest with you.
I know,
you're
yeah.
drinking your 2-litre bottle of Pepsi Max.
Did you donate? Oh, that was such an non-committed yes. That. Oh, I can see your reaction.
I was going to donate, and I had
There's
a
still
look at the
time, Paul.
page. Well, it's a general page, isn't it? So I thought I'll have to donate because obviously I'm part of the podcast.
Of course.
Yeah.
Then I seen that it's a general page, and I thought, well, if I don't donate, people will see an anonymous donation and probably think it was me anyway. So I just left it.
Well, I left it as anonymous because I didn't want to get the credit for it.
You did.
Yeah,
I didn't.
He doesn't want to get the credit for an anonymous donation that he's now telling us about.
Because that's the point of the anonymous donation, isn't it? That you
What
can go,
time? How much? What time? And that's all we need to know.
And as well, there was like a few options. I went for the middle one, £25. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
Just
I'll make
feeling
this
very
I can't
generous
wait
in
to
these dark
broadcast
times,
about
honestly.
this.
Tell someone hasn't lost a job. People starving, and Ryan's bragging about his donations.
I'm just wanting to, put across.
I will donate tomorrow. I will donate.
Please do, Paul, because honestly, God, if there's any type of inspiration you need, I can get my feet up on the table and shit.
God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Between your feet and Ryan's nipples.
Oh my God! By the way,
Well,
I got to about flipping like 17k or something like that. All of us, the nipples
Were they
not
written off?
They were not in a good state.
Well, you
Were
never
they
mentioned your
ripples?
nipples on the show, Josh.
I've never had nipple issue before.
No.
It's bad, isn't
You know
it?
what you've
It's
taken
so
on
God.
Ryan's nipple issues?
It's painful.
I jumped in the shower immediately after the finishing, and honest to God, it was like a rendition of like Raining Men or something. It was absolutely like.
Oh, tell me more.
Not in a Jerry Halliwell kind of style either. It was literally just me on the floor crying my eyes.
Oh God.
Yeah, well, I applied the nippies, so my nipples were in a fantastic state after it.
He wasn't going for a run. He just applied them anyway.
Yeah, you'll bloody say it's tassels again as though I'm like a burlesque dancer, but
He walked around his house just swinging them away.
Have you left a product? Have you left a product review for nippies yet?
I've not. Have I got them to hand? No.
Just lift your shirt up.
Yeah, I'm addicted to nippies now. Maybe, despite me saying in the last one that my nipples have hardened, if I get too addicted to the nippies, the way like your eyesight gets worse, the more because you get used to having the glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe my nipples will get softer and weaker because I'm always using the nippies as protection.
Well, I don't really have any thoughts on that, Ryan, but
Very good logic, Ryan.
With yous.
Very good logic.
I mentioned in the previous episode about my foot face mask.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a curious thing because you embalm the feet for the hour in the big foot sachet, and then nothing happens for days. And it got about day 5, and I thought this is just like a con, and literally nothing has happened. I woke up this morning, and Jesus Christ, it's that much of a state.
Just shredded.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That your foot condition's from over treatment, whereas Josh's is from the half marathon.
Mine are just too groomed.
Very different ways to achieve the same end.
Yeah, at least I could do mine eating jelly beans. You couldn't do that, Josh.
Certainly couldn't.
My nipples are fine.
Because I thought for my half marathon route that I planned, like I just repeated my normal route with like a little addition on that, and that got me to the half marathon. But
how far is your normal route?
10k.
So how many times do you have to loop around?
Well, you double it, and then I needed to add on like 1 point whatever k to make it to the half marathon distance.
Okay.
But so I went past my house, and so I didn't have to carry around a bottle of water. I put it like sort of in like a reachable. Yeah, so
You had a pit stop.
yeah, so I had a water station. Yeah, so I was like,
I'll
so when
pop
I
in for
looped
a
back
little nap.
around. Yeah, no, I was still monitoring the time. It was that all counted in. It was
Okay.
within like arm's reach of going in my gate. So I So
It would have been
you know,
fantastic if someone would have robbed it on you.
I know.
I wish I would have known, because I would have come and like swapped it for like raw vodka.
Yeah, the Dodging Death Marathon got sabotaged.
It was for charity.
Liam Ellis is there.
I think we'd have more of a Mutley laugh.
yeah, you would.
He'd be more Mutley than Dastardly.
Oh yeah, I've always said that about Ellis.
So anyway, so I had the water prepared, but I also thought, because knowing people have like little like gummy bears like on the way.
Did you set up like a packet of them on your?
No, I had a pack of Haribo Star Mix.
Did you?
Yeah.
Waiting for you, like mid run.
Well, it was in the same, like, it was in this, like, in, like, my makeshift water station. It was a bag, like a Sainsbury's bag.
Was it a little small bag? Was it a little small bag?
So you physically...
No, it was large.
Family sized.
Yeah, but I only, I'd opened a corner of it. And so as I went in, so, like, I had my water, I just, like, sort of, like, took like a, like, four.
Handful.
So you physically can't go an hour and a half without eating?
No, it was to spare me on,
the
give me a bit of
sugar, isn't
energy.
Well,
Yeah,
when you went back into your house, did you continue with the jogging action with your legs going up and down?
I didn't go into my house. I left it in the front garden in a bag.
Okay.
So I didn't like get my keys out and open the door, and then I'd have added loads on, wouldn't it? To me time.
I'm just concerned about this idea of you having like food and snacks in the garden like you're a pigeon.
No, it was sealed in a bag.
Like Josh with his feet now.
The Sainsbury's bag. But anyway, I don't know how people have like gummy bears on the way round of like whilst running, because I put one in my mouth, like one of the, I think it might have been a fried egg, not the jelly fried eggs.
Yeah.
The worst of the Haribos.
Yeah, whilst I was jogging, expecting nom nom nom, swallow, and then I'll get the energy boost. The
But you put
sugary
in a
kick.
singular gummy.
A singular gummy, yeah.
Really?
Why? What would you have done, buddy? Handful?
A handful, yeah.
No. But even like but I couldn't swallow the fried egg. That's what I was doing. So I was jogging, and I had like 3 more jellies in like my left hand.
Yeah.
And I was chewing, trying to swallow the fried egg, but I physically couldn't do it whilst running. So I'm more
and more convinced that you stopped mid-run for a full English breakfast here.
actual fried egg.
Karen's greasy spoon.
No, so I physically couldn't do it. So I don't know how people actually manage to.
I don't understand what you mean you physically couldn't do it.
I couldn't swallow.
Why?
I couldn't swallow the fry. It wouldn't go down. So I
Because
had
you
to
was
sort
dry,
of,
or because of the jogging motion?
I think
It kept going down and then falling out of his nipple.
I think
Like
of it as both.
His nipple.
It's now in lieu of the nipple.
Yeah, the Haribo ring.
But you know what? He tastes delicious now.
It's a Haribo ring and he's now got a piercing.
Yeah, it's me Prince Albert. Yeah, so I basically like I was jogging for like probably like 2 minutes with this like fried egg that I couldn't swallow in my mouth, and also 3 more jellies in like my left hand, and I had to stop and spit out.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had to litter with the other ones.
But he's
Which is not
sacrilege, lad.
great. I know. Hopefully, because it was for a good deed, that probably lessens the litter bug.
I don't think it does.
It's litter bug justification when you're doing it as a fundraiser.
So you donated to a food bank, but threw food away while you was on the way round.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'd have donated three jellies, they'd have like
It's a slap in the face, that, isn't
yeah. It's an insult, isn't it? It's like,
it? You get 2 singular Tangfastic. And not the straws. Well, anyway, fair play to both of you for doing it.
Yeah.
And I know a decent amount of listeners also donated as well. And a few people, friend of the show, Chris, he also took part, didn't he?
he did.
So, yeah, hats off to you all. Paul and I may
We'll
do
donate.
something in the future.
Yeah, maybe a more achievable fundraiser. Like, I don't know.
I think I could do a 5k.
I should hope you can do a 5k, Paul. I think I might walk the shops.
At a leisurely pace.
Stop halfway. I'm not going to kill myself for it.
I'm full of Star Mix.
I might play a game of golf, call it a day after about 4 holes, be knackered.
No, I'm not Mother Teresa.
So, how are you now all finding it during the lockdown? Have you been productive? What have you been doing in the past week? Lots of people are like getting new skills. You know, have you found yourself thinking, I'm going to learn, I'm going to take advantage of the time?
Reading. We listen to a few different podcasts.
Competitors? I don't believe this.
Caught you right-handed. Red-handed, sorry. Right-handed. I caught you right-handed, very right-handed. Do you know the reason why I make that mistake often?
Because you're left-handed.
No, it's because the Shaggy song. It wasn't me.
Go on.
No, the song
I
cut you red-handed. It sounds like saying cut you right-handed. Wasn't me.
Is it not that?
No, it's red-handed. Isn't
Red-handed.
it?
I caught you red-handed.
Caught you red-handed.
But due to his Caribbean roots, makes it. I'm going to explain Ryan's
Thank you, Josh. It's necessary because I can see Paul and Steve's bemused face here.
So in between,
Can we stop describing people's faces now?
in between the renditions of "It Wasn't Me," what he actually says is, I thought I caught you red-handed as opposed to what Ryan mistook for. I thought I caught you right-handed.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Josh.
Yeah, that was my actual thought process there.
I'm like
Join us
music
next week
genius.
for some more.
Yeah, you're
lyrics.
interpreting my thoughts. It's all through the prism of Shaggy. Have I sort of said about when I saw Shaggy live?
Yeah, because
saw
you start most conversations with this story, Ryan.
Well, I just think it's the best free thing I've ever saw in my life.
Well, you both saw each other there without knowing.
No, it wasn't me, that.
Oh, very good. Very good.
What do you mean I saw Shaggy?
Yeah, no, I saw you there.
Oh, we did see each other there. Sorry, yeah, that went over my head. That.
Do you remember I came up to you and Mr. Bombastic and you went, Jelly Fantastic.
Yeah.
Josh's eyes genuinely lit up regaling that story.
It
one of the best days of my
life.
Shall we go into the feature?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, you are hosting it this week, right?
I am. I thought I would do a feature in honour of mine and Josh's marathon run.
Oh, we're never going to hear the end of this run, Paul.
Quite right, too.
2 episodes dedicated to this.
Well, I thought we're always looking for inspiration for these things. So you might.
No, it's nice. I just prefer it when we talk about Stephen.
Well, you had the opportunity to do it.
Okay, so we'll start from birth. I was.
You consider your life as a marathon. It's been a struggle to the top.
And I too had a shit on the side of the road once.
No, Radcliffe. I consider Radcliffe one of my brethren now, so I won't have any insults towards it. Fellow marathon runner. Yeah, so in honor of the Dodge and Death Marathon, I thought I'd quiz your knowledge on past marathon runners.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, in a feature I had to call Marathon Man.
Oh,
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah, or Marathon Runner. No, man, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 4 questions. And you may unlock a bonus round.
Oh, God.
Oh, I know. We normally go for 3 and that, but I thought we need all the content we've got at the moment, don't we? So, but that's a question. That's extra couple of minutes, isn't it? We're on our way to the end. Okay, so are you ready for the first question?
Oh, we're ready.
Round 1. Why was Dorando Pietri disqualified from his 1908 Olympic marathon win? Was it A, he fell over during his run? Was it B, he tested positive for drugs? Or was it C, he swapped with his twin brother halfway through the course?
I hope it's C because it's like an episode of Monk.
Yeah, and I thought you'd like it's sort of like a nod to a magic trick, that isn't it?
It is,
the old
yeah.
Twin.
Okay.
Those pesky twins.
Stop giving away my secrets. Okay, with that in mind, I think I have to say C.
I would say C.
I would also say C, but for the sake of the game, I'll go for A.
For the sake of the game, Steve, go for B2.
So you genuinely think the twin brother?
I think
1908
it's
Olympic?
my actual answer is that
Yeah.
the twin brother.
Yeah, I think
okay.
it's C.
No, absolutely not. I put that in as an outlandish option. I thought you'd immediately scoff.
That was
Yeah.
plausible.
Where was it? How would the swap happen?
Well, you could be hiding in some shrubbery.
Yeah, and also you wouldn't be
but then he'd have to do like a mock fall, wouldn't he, into the shrubbery for then his brother to. I feel like he'd have to be some.
There's some actor for that.
Yeah.
What if they miss
Oh
time?
no, I'm losing my balance. I'm going to take shelter in this shrubbery at the side of the road.
Maybe he feigned like a fall and like a paramedic came on, but it just happened to be a thing.
Yeah, and the paramedic took his clothes
thing
off
off
and he had his
started
number on.
Forgot to put his pants on though, so he was running naked.
Massimo Presley. Get back. Your brother's around. No. Okay, so what did you go for, Josh? You went for A, didn't you?
A.
So you went, he fell.
Yeah.
Steve, you're going for B, tested positive for drugs.
No,
I
I'll
am now.
go for B.
No, been
So, Paul, you're going for B, and Steve, you're going the magic option, C.
Absolutely not. Paul thrust me into the B position. So, no, Paul can piss off.
Well, there's no point arguing
With his stupid beard.
because Josh is correct. It was A.
He fell over.
He fell over, so they
Fell over.
Why would they
So
disqualify for that?
it was the London Olympics in 1908. And a bit of an interesting side note: the current the official marathon distance now is
26.2.
42.195 kilometers, and that was the first Olympics that was raced at that distance. Because
Really?
it got amended, so the route could start at Windsor Castle, so the Queen could watch it from a private terrace. And also,
How much of that do you reckon she watched? She saw like 2 minutes and went back inside.
See you at the end. Have a good run, lads. Keep hydrated and that, yeah.
I'll race you to Buckingham.
Ryan's got a pack of gummies on his ledge. Help yourself to an egg.
Absolutely no chance. You can't consume an egg whilst running, honestly. I've tried.
Anyway, that's enough from me.
Yeah, so the official, because do you think the marathon distance came from?
One more thing, everybody. You might want to just release the bowels before you start this, all right? Just come back
Just
by
think
that.
about in my toilet, though.
I think that like if she would have been the official starter of those Olympics, and now it's like Bobby Davro.
Where's Davro's no longer with us, is he?
No, Davro's very much alive and well. We could have him as a
Are you
guest.
sure? Oh, Davro,
Davro would be great.
That'd be brilliant. If we could secure Davro on one of these, that would be.
Or John Parrott.
John Parrott, yeah,
I'll put a word
your old pal. Get Parrott round for the brew.
You like a drink, don't you, John?
Yeah, the drunk episode of Dodging Death with John Parrott.
He ends up calling Ronnie O'Sullivan. Like,
John Parrott definitely believes that 5G's spreading coronavirus, doesn't he?
Just him and Eamon Holmes.
John Parrott and Eamon Holmes. Don't get
Eamon
them
put
on
this down
during
to
this. They'll
5G?
have some terrible things to say.
He promoted it, didn't he, on like Good Morning Britain or whatever he does.
no,
like.
what?
Was
did
it
you
this
not see that?
morning?
Yeah, it was
No.
this morning. Yeah.
This morning he does, doesn't he?
He was saying that he asked. It was like a question where they ask him, like a member of the government, like or it was like a health official, questions about coronavirus for like to inform the people watching it.
Yeah.
And Eamon Holmes asked the 5G conspiracy thing, and like the official like sort of scoffed at it, and he was like, "Oh no, it's a valid concern that people have." He phrased it in that sort of way, so it should be something that needs to be addressed. Yeah.
So the official go, no, it's not.
Shut up,
It was like when the health official at Trump's press conference today when he advised.
Yeah.
She just rolled her eyes, didn't she? It's like, no, you should really get up and say this is talking bullshit. This situation requires more than an eye roll.
What you're suggesting is really dangerous here.
Donald's at it again, eh?
Dettol released a statement today, didn't he? Saying like, please, under no circumstances,
Yeah.
drink or inject yourselves with any of our products. Like,
I like that he thought it was the required time during the press conference just to throw some ideas out. just
might work.
Yeah, I'm just riffing here. But
does anyone want chips and curry later? Anyone?
we're just jamming. It's like jazz, isn't it?
I'm going
You
to
don't like
preface
when
this.
Jeff Goldblum does it.
I'm going to preface this by saying that my dad isn't a stupid person by any means, but when he was younger,
No, here we
What's
go.
coming here?
Strap in,
no.
everybody.
So when he was younger,
Yeah.
his basically something happened to his teeth.
Okay.
Like one of the dentists said, "Oh, like we could, in order to fix your teeth,
Can I just say, no intelligent story ever starts with "my dad's not a stupid man," but
Yeah, it's coming from a defensive position immediately there, isn't it?
But he was basically given the option of like bleaching his teeth in order to try and bring back some colour. Well, my dad, this was probably about 30 years ago or something now, right? Probably longer than that. He went home being the impatient person that he is and decided by bleaching his teeth, it obviously means that he had to brush his teeth with thick toilet
Jesus
bleach.
Christ.
Right.
Oh, did he use the toilet brush to do it as well?
So apparently, I said to myself, what on earth was going through your head? And he said, well, obviously, like, well, other than bleach, it was
Lots and lots of bleach.
He said the pain. He said literally as soon as he put it on his toothbrush, started brushing his teeth. He said literally as soon as he put it in his mouth, he just couldn't breathe.
Oh my God.
Immediately, he was just like sucked of all breath.
I know
Christ.
my friend's dad actually.
You only did it for a week.
that's why it cures coronavirus, because it just instantly kills you.
Yeah, like the way suicide does. Yeah, my friend's dad also he accidentally brushed his teeth with a Veet once. Yeah, in like a tube of hair removal cream, and he put that in there, and he came down to his wife and was like, "What's happening to me mouth?"
Oh my God.
You used the Veet, did you? Let's go to hospital.
Yeah, the iMac.
But you know what? His gums were lovely and smooth.
His teeth weren't furry anymore.
Did we do the answer to round one?
Yeah, number one. It was
He fell over.
Yeah, he fell over. So Dorando Pietri was an Italian marathon runner. He was.
You mean he's not from Bolton?
He raced clear and into I think it was whatever the Olympic Stadium was, and because it was a particularly hot day, he fell over 5 times in the last 350 meters and was helped up and kept on being helped up by the umpires. So the final 350 meters took him 10 minutes. And still no one caught him.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Jesus.
but so he won. He was ruled as the winner. And then the person who finished second, an American runner called Johnny Hayes. They lodged the complaint, and it was taken away from him. He's disqualified.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, which I think probably shouldn't have been picked up. I don't know why the umpires picked him up 5 times.
That is mental.
Yeah. So.
So who won that round?
Josh. So Josh got a point there.
Hey.
we got to the end of round one eventually. By the way,
We might get the bonus round now if we're lucky.
He's ready for round 2.
Can we skip ahead? After all the marbles.
I've got this wealth of trivia surrounding all marathon runners here. I've had obviously nothing to do all day, so I've really researched this feature. I'm like Kevin from the Eggheads.
This is actually the most exercise I've done during lockdown, so
Until you're sweating. Are you ready to round 2?
Ready.
Yep.
Here we go, round 2. What was different about a baby Bicala's marathon win in 1960? Was it A, he was barefoot? Was it B, he was dressed as a clown? Or was it C, he Radcliffed and shat himself halfway through?
I'm going
to
A.
say B. Dressed as a clown.
I was going to go for A as well, but
Josh, you're going C.
But I'll go for C just for the sake of things. I
Excellent.
think it's A, but I'll go for C.
I'll go A.
Paul is correct on this occasion. He was barefoot. It would have been hilarious if he was dressed as a clown.
Running with his massive shoes. Do you reckon the judges would disqualify him?
No, I don't think he'd be able to, would he?
What was his first name? Baby?
I'm probably butchering the pronunciation here. Abebe. He was an Ethiopian runner in
Abe.
Abib, maybe.
Go on, say it, Ryan.
Abib Bikala.
You were going to say a baby, weren't you?
A baby is my baby. When he won in 1960. That's why that was me being a baby's wife, sassy wife. You go, that's my man. He ain't even wearing shoes. Don't mess with my man. Yeah, so he had Ethiopian runner. Barefoot and he won.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Abibi.
Yeah, very impressive. So it's 1-1 between Josh and Paul. Are you ready? Are you ready for...
Come on, Stephen, you can do this.
Ready for round 3?
Ready.
Yep.
Here you go, round 3. Shinzo Kanekuri holds the slowest ever Olympic marathon finish. What was his time?
Oh.
Is it A? I've done general rather because I feel like it'd be too obvious if I said exact timings, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the options are A, over 50 hours. Was it B, over 50 weeks? Or C, over 50 years?
What was the question again?
Shinzo Kanekuri holds the slowest ever Olympic marathon finish. What was his time?
What year was it run?
Was it span over 50 of them, Ryan?
I can't answer that. He started in 1912.
Okay, I'll say...
I'll go B.
I was also going to go B.
Got to be quicker off the mark. Sorry, Steve. That's why you're on no points.
Oh, God. I'll go for A then.
You going 50 hours?
Yeah.
I'll go for C.
You going 50 years?
I actually don't think he ever finished it.
Pessimistic point of view.
He did finish it. It's officially the longest ever marathon finish in the Olympics.
I reckon he finished it as his coffin was getting pushed.
And then got disqualified because other people carried on.
just put the little reef on top of it, just to say, like, well done. And he gets the t-shirt.
He gets disqualified for falling over on the way. I can confirm
Yes.
that the answer is C. Josh is correct.
Oh!
Yeah. On 20th of March 1967, Shiso Kanekuri completed the marathon in Stockholm, Sweden that he had started in 1912. His finish time of 54 years, 246 days, 5 hours, 32 minutes, and 20.3 seconds represents the longest time to complete a marathon.
Okay, but how was this officially tracked? Because ultimately, I could say I've done a marathon in.
He started, so he officially entered the Stockholm Olympics in 1912, qualified. But there was, in Japan, there wasn't really, the like long distance program wasn't as advanced. So they thought that sweating was a sign of a runner getting tired.
Right.
So the way to combat that was to not drink so to dehydrate yourself before it so you didn't sweat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he still qualified for the Olympics anyway. But despite that, but then again, it was like apparently a boiling hot day on the Olympic marathon in Stockholm in 1912, and he collapsed on the route, and rather than like sort of announce it out of like sort of shame, he didn't. Should get the story. I think it was out of shame. He went and stayed with the family and just never finished it and went back home. And so because he was like,
he probably served in the Second World War and everything.
Yeah, admitting defeat, and then he got back like in 1967. He thought like let's give him the opportunity to finish it when he was a.
About time I fucking get this over and done with now.
Yeah. I wondered if he was still tracking it on Strava. God, should resume this really. He had a gag when he finished. He said it was a long trip. Kanekuri told the press after the race. Along the way, I got married, had 6 children, 10 grandchildren.
Yeah.
I like
I'd
this
hope
guy.
50 years later, I'd write something a bit funnier.
Yeah, he couldn't launch into a big routine, no, could he? What's the deal with marathons?
Okay, was that round 3?
That was round 3. Yeah, you ready for round 4? And you may unlock a bonus round. You may unlock it. God, I hate looking at this eye roll. Okay, here we go with round 4. This one's about marathon themes. Okay, so one of these marathon themes isn't real, and the other two are. Can you tell me which is the one that I've made up? Is it A, man versus horse, the marathon? Is it B, the unicycle marathon, or is it C, the run backwards marathon? So two of them are real. One of them isn't.
Okay, fake. I'm gonna say C.
You want to say run backwards is the fake one?
Yep.
I'm going to say B.
Unicycle.
I'll go for A then.
You're gonna go for A, the man versus horse.
You didn't even listen to the question, did you, Josh?
This is riveting stuff. This I can't believe it.
No, I was gonna go for C, but I'll go for A.
Okay. Don't forget, everybody, this is free content.
I can't believe so. It is C, but
Yes.
C is like the tamest one, I'd say.
Yeah, I would have said
It
C
is.
was definitely true.
Yeah, because it literally, I was trying to find come up with a marathon theme that hadn't been done, and it's literally fucking impossible.
Really?
There's a naked marathon in Finland. There's one where they drink beer in all the way in Belgium. There's another one where buddy Tim Peake done a space marathon.
Wow.
Tim Peake ruining our features yet again. Yeah, there's an actual in Wales. There's a man versus horse marathon, and a man has actually won.
Oh my god.
Yeah, beat it up. So it's like
Is it zigzagged?
jockeys on horseback.
Takes ages for the horse.
Horse got lost.
You know, the horses do have jockeys, but then the ridden horses are competing with actual people. Yeah, and there's also a unicycle marathon as well. Like that was when I thought, oh, surely there won't be a unicycle marathon, and there is an official unicycle marathon.
Wow.
There's not an official run backwards marathon. That was I didn't make that one up, but someone has actually on their own accord done a whole marathon running backwards.
Oh my god.
Yeah, in Zhu Zhenjun of Beijing ran.
Of course.
Ran a whole he ran a whole marathon backwards in 3 hours and 43 minutes.
That's insane.
That is mental.
That is lightning. That is quicker than like what would be like recognised as a good time for a normal. What's his name?
XU is his first name, and then ZHENJUN.
That is unbelievable. Shout out to Zhu, whatever.
Zhu Zhenjun.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
A 32-year-old ran a marathon backwards whilst juggling in 5 hours and 51 minutes.
What?
Steve, you could do that. Do the juggling part anyway.
Yeah, that's insane.
That is mental.
And
Yeah,
bloody
that's
Kanakuri took him 50 years. And he's in the Guinness World Records. Do you just want to do the bonus round?
Go on, fire it on. Go on.
God.
I'm delighted to announce that he's unlocked the bonus round. After 4 rounds of riveting marathon trivia, there's yet more trivia.
Yeah.
And I can see the way you can Paul's no longer looking at the screen, that he's very riveted.
Are we still doing a Discover Stee after this?
I'm looking for my Discover Steve.
My Discover Stay is marathon based. This
God,
one
you have got too much time now.
The bonus round is not about a does Mo Farah run a marathon?
Yeah.
He's gone. He's changed, hasn't he, from track to road? So yeah, he.
Okay, great then, because this one is a question about the Mobot. That's the bonus round that he's unlocked. It's all about the Mobot.
What's that?
It was Mo Farah's celebration when he won.
Okay. Josh is doing it now. I know what you mean.
My question to you is, who came up with the Mobot?
James Corden.
Incorrect. I'm not giving you any options for this one. My only clue is, look at my haircut.
Claire Bolden.
Correct. It was Madame Claire Balding. She came. It was on A League of Their Own, so it was as part of a dialogue with James Corden, which is probably why you thought it was Corden. But yeah, it was Corden opened it up to the panel on A League of Their Own. What should Farah do as a celebration? And Bolden, absolute creative genius that she is, came with the Mobot.
Wow.
Brilliant. And the rest, as we say, is history. Josh is currently doing the Mobot.
The second best kind of like sense of creativity that Claire Balding's ever had, and it's the only time I'll ever plug another podcast on this one, is that she now has got a podcast called Dogcasts, which is basically her whole podcast is just focused around dogs. Which, you know,
Right.
she really is scraping the barrel there. She,
Is it was he here with the German Shepherd?
yeah, as a guest.
So what have you been up to this week, Spot?
She's just petting the dog all day.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Jesus Christ. It all sounds a bit rough. Oh, I feel good then, Ryan.
And on that note, we has brought an end to Marathon Man.
Wow.
Very good.
Thank
some
you.
features, it's nice that we just have once, isn't it? We don't need to return to them all.
There's more marathon facts as well. So you know, if you want Marathon Man too, you know, it's there.
One of the facts is that it took Ryan longer to do the feature than it took for that fella to complete the 50-year marathon.
Yeah.
You know
More
what,
than
though?
Kanakuri
At least
to
that
the
fellow
Stockholm
did have an entertaining line at the end.
Yeah, it didn't end up with a Claire Balding thing. Claire Balding reference.
Okay, well, let's go into our Discover Stay.
Oh God, that did take up a lot of time.
Because someone will be in the studio in a minute. So my fact this week is about animals.
Oh.
Now, did you know some cats are allergic to people?
Ah.
I did not. Why is that?
Well, it's pretty uncommon. You didn't think I'd have any more information, did you, Josh?
No, I thought there was no follow-up. I thought the follow-up probe would go on deaf ears.
Well, it's quite uncommon. It's because of the fact that humans bathe themselves more often than most other species. Paul, I'm excluding you from that. But
Only during lockdown.
but it does happen. That's kind of all the website gives me.
I thought you were
What
going
I
to
like-
leap into
what-
like
yeah.
all technical knowledge
The
there.
more
you were-
information was that it does.
Yeah. You were so, like, cocky.
Yeah, no, you didn't think I had any more? Well, I can confirm it does.
Well, I'll
Should
show
we
you
have
the
a bath?
website. So I could see the headline and a paragraph underneath. So I thought that paragraph would back me up even though I hadn't read it already.
Can cats sneeze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And your fact, Josh.
I've discovered that cats can sneeze. That's mine. Sorry.
There's a little South Pacific island called Saint Helena.
Okay.
And it is the world's first, well, the country with the world's first country and western national anthem.
Oh God, I want to know this.
And it was written by a man called Dave Mitchell, and he's never even been.
No.
Oh God.
Wow.
The name of the song is called My Saint Helena. So, you know.
Sounds complimentary though, doesn't it? So he's got that part
it
right.
does.
Can you give us the chorus?
I think it's a remix of Joe My Sharona, but
Oh, that's a good one, that. And Ryan, yours?
I discovered this week that they don't know who named Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, do you think who named Earth?
I assume it's our Lord and Saviour.
I like to think it was like someone approached like the wisest person in the land at that time and what's this
what do
place
we call
called?
this?
And he went,
What on earth can we call it?
it was an A followed by a tut, and he went, did you say Earth? And I went, yeah, I did. That sounds all right, doesn't it? Earth.
Oh, that's a good on that.
Thank you. Cheers, nice one. At least we discovered Steve got better response than me from feature.
What I liked about it, it was short and snappy. Paul, have you got the book to hand?
I have the book to hand.
Okay, we're going to go in the hundreds, so I'll say 1. Josh, we want between 1 and 9?
4.
1, 4. Ryan?
6.
1, 4, 6.
Oh, I like the way
Or
we
7.
did
Parrot
that.
number. In honour of Josh Paul, can we retract that? In honour of John Parrott 147.
Oh, 7.
You'll love that. Parrot will be your own. We're raising his glass to that. Fucking 5G. I'll show the bastards.
Americans eat 20% of their meals in their cars.
Oh, 20%.
20% of American meals are in the car.
Wow, that seems
See,
astonishingly high.
I always think, how did he possibly monitor that? No, how did he
ask
the
people.
information? I know, yeah, but did he ask everyone in America? And he said, oh,
I'd
probably
say an average.
sample size.
Every
Yeah.
5 meals, I'll probably have one of them in the car. Every single one. Sorry to you know, I feel I brought it down a bit.
No, I like that
It's
one,
just, it's
Paul.
always, it's always. I always wonder how they collect facts like that.
Yeah.
It was meant to be short and snappy until Ryan completely debugged it.
Do you want to know the marathon runner thing?
Donald Trump starting half an hour, so hurry up.
Well, good to see you, fellas.
As
Thank
always.
you, Stephen.
You can follow us on Instagram, which is Paul.
At Dodging Death Podcast.
What should they do on iTunes, Josh?
Please first and
Listen to
foremost,
something else.
Listen to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast, and then if you would be so kind to leave us a review, preferably a 5-star review.
Yes. Overlook the slower parts of the episodes when you're leaving the review.
Bear in mind, nothing's happened for the last 3 weeks.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh,
And I'm out of here. I ain't saying anything else.
Thank God for that.
About time.
I'm the black there. That's
muting
you. That's John.
Do send us an email. It's dodgingdeathpodcast@gmail.com with genuinely anything.
Paradic. Want to see my snooker cue?
we're gonna get into another Craig Phillips style debacle here.
I like to target the people that I think will get back in touch.
It's just gonna be so much debauchery. And just like John Parrott will rock up with nothing on but like a waistcoat and a bucket and a dicky tie to keep bow.
Okay, well, thanks, fellas. I will see you next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.